Matiangi and his allies have hinted at forming a strong opposition ahead of the 2027 elections. Matiangi himself has acknowledged that he has heard the plans and statements made by his allies, which signals his acceptance of joining the opposition.
Washington na wengine kuja kusema pole kwa haya ambayo yamefanyika hapa, na ninawashukuru nyinyi wote wananchi. Mwishowe you discover that we are all one people, and the challenges we face and whatever happens to us happens to all of us as one people. Shida zetu ama our challenges do not distinguish between which part of the country you come from, which tribe you belong to, where do you go to church, and so on and so forth. Ama namna gani? Basi tufuate vile tunaelezwa na viongozi wetu hapa wa kanisa, tupendane, tusidi kuombeana na kukaa pamoja. Mheshimiwa Jango, I have heard.
To the church, Women's Guild, poleni sana. I did not know Joyce myself, but we worked very closely with Balozi. When I was minister with Matiangi, Balozi was our ambassador, na ndio tunajuana, kazi tulifanya pamoja, kazi mzuri. Hata siku hizo tulikuwa na Trump, na yeye wanajuana, na sasa amerudi. Lakini sisi sio watu wa siasa. Bwana Jango, leo sio siku ya siasa.
This is our country. Hatuwezi kusimama tuangalie nchi ikiharibiwa. We have decided, we have agreed that this country is going to be one, and we are going to claim it from those people who pedalize. Tumechoka na shisha, tumechoka na vaccines za ng'ombe, tumechoka na uongo, hatufanyi kaongo tena. So what we have decided is Jango has a party called TNP, the National Party, and that party you are free to join, *509#, and when you join it, this party, I'm also calling Dr. Matiangi aingie hapo. Nimeongea na yeye sahi. Nimeongea na yeye. Hata sisi Mushero nimeongea na yeye sahi. Tunaingia hapo, na in fact last week nilikuwa wa Monyoro last Thursday. Na tukaongea na wa Monyoro akasema ataya ako ndani. Tumesema hivi, we just need one presidential candidate. Now this country, by the way, if you remember what Dr. Matiangi did to this country, then you know what I'm talking about. Already in this church we have a president. In this church, amen, we have a president. In 2027 August 10th, we have a president. And usiniache mbali sana daktari, hata mimi niko hapo karibu nitakupatia chama. So between now and 2027, we are going to make a very incredible opposition. We are not going to agree for our people to go without health care, without school, with the funny housing schemes. We are not agreeing to this. And if people think that they can peddle lies, we are going to counteract those lies, because that we have the passion to do this, and this is what God has called us to do.
What it's taught, it is never, and it will never abduct their children. And nobody fights the children. The world over, nobody fights the children. And even my kids, sometimes they go astray. I cannot take a gun and shoot them in the head. It does not happen. So as a government, we are here to guide our children. These are the future. This is our future. Tomorrow, we call them tomorrow's leaders. So here we are, and we have decided, and we have said, we are not going to shoot our children again. We are not going to kill them again. We are not going to abduct them again. And we are saying this because we are going to be a very strong opposition. We are going to make a very strong opposition. We don't want this to happen, and it's going to happen. It's not going to happen again. But again, I want to say that you as government, if you abduct the children, you are forming a very, very big enemy from our children, because these children never forget, and they don't give up, and they will never give up. If somebody draws something, so be it. I mean, you have seen Donald Trump in the US. We have seen people burn his effigy. Nothing happens. I mean, life goes on. In France, people go to streets like every day, and they burn the effigy of their leader. Nothing. I mean, what is there? What is there to start reacting? I mean, I think power has gone to our heads. I think it's high time we start thinking properly.
This opposition is being framed as a coalition that aims to bring forward a new president for 2027, one who will hopefully provide better direction for the country's future. The allies have also shared that they have engaged in discussions with other key political figures, including former Deputy President Gachangua and the former Vice President KALONZO GACHANGUA, to align their efforts and ensure that the current leadership behaves responsibly and leads the country in the right way.
What do you make?
Very, very passionate, and I'm very committed to bring all the leaders together. From Dr. MATIANGI, I was with him today. From Rigiji himself, I was with him last week. I'm going to see KALONZO GACHANGUA. I'm going to meet George Natembeya. I'm going to meet everybody who is aligned to this cause, Mother Karua. Everybody, we want to meet everybody, bring them together, and we want only people. We want all these people in the opposition to do two things between now and 2027. We are saying we have a country, and we are not giving up on Kenya. So we are going to have a very formidable opposition so that the government can start behaving. And when we come to 2027, we are going to have only one presidential candidate, not two, one single one in this whole country, so that we can make sure that this job is going to be nice and clean. And that's my objective. You did a very good thing. You are a very good example. You brought this up, and we are saying to every Kenyan, any small thing that you do, anything you write on the social media, any action that you do against, to bring this government to its senses, we need those bits of actions so that we can bring this country together. We cannot give up on Kenya. Kenya is our country. So JB, what you did yesterday is very, very commendable. And if I were you, I would not wait for them to fire me. I would fire myself today. I would resign today, and we want you to be the next Getugati in Mount Kenya region.
These talks seems to be focused on establishing a united front that will address the concerns of Kenyans and offer a credible alternative to the current government. At this stage, it is unclear who exactly will emerge as the presidential candidate or who will be the deputy. But based on ongoing developments, KALONZO GACHANGUA could potentially be the presidential candidate, with MATIANGI or Gachangua possibly taking the role of deputy president. This potential partnership has sparked significant conversation among political analysts and the public alike. As the political landscape continues to shift, many are optimistic about the future, with many seeing MATIANGI as a key figure in shaping the opposition's agenda. However, it is still early days, and there are many factors that could influence the outcome. For now, the best course of action is to stay calm, watch how events unfold, and anticipate the changes that may come as the 2027 elections draw closer. The future certainly looks interesting, and it remains to be seen how these political alliances will take shape in the coming months. This is Stephen, GCNews.